So, welcome back, Sharon. I know you have a lot of responsibilities with work and taking care of your kids. How are you able to manage it all and still come back to the sessions?
I was really interested in talking to you over some things now that I've had some time to think. And I was able to get some time free and I was able to make it here.
I know you talked about your commitment to making sure your family is well taken care of, and coming here shows me your ability to use that similar strength in taking care of yourself. How are you doing today?
I'm doing better now that I've had some more time to think about things.
Seems like giving thought to your problems about getting into medical care and handling HIV is helpful to you. I hope this session can help you with this. What has changed since we last met about any of this?
Well, I told Charles that I tested positive for HIV. He went off. All I could do was apologize at first, and then I thought about it. I had been tested about 9 months before I met him. He was acting like I infected him, but maybe he infected me. So I asked him if he had ever been tested before, and he was like, "What for? I don't do drugs or sleep with other guys." That's when I realized that he had never been tested before. I became mad at myself because I felt so stupid.
How does that make you feel stupid?
I just feel like I should have known better. I'm not sleeping with anyone else, and he isn't either. So I thought it was okay, but I wish I could go back.
You're recognizing now that if you had or asked for the information you needed, you would have made a different choice. That sounds smart.
Something like this has happened to me before.
Tell me about another time you felt that the choice you made was not an informed one.
I guess I felt like this with my second child. I was just feeling like I was getting back on my feet, after having my oldest daughter and beginning to think I could handle being a parent and taking care of her. When I got pregnant the second time, I just felt like I screwed up the whole thing all over again.
So you're saying that if you recognize how much work it takes to be a good mother, like you told me you are, you would have made a different choice?
Yeah, but now I can't imagine how I ever felt like that. I love my daughters so much. I can't imagine what life would be like without them.
You bounced back from a difficult situation to one that you're grateful about. You were definitely able to handle it.
I wish that would happen in dealing with my HIV, but I really don't see how. At least I can try to take care of myself. Hopefully Charles will too. He eventually, calmed down, and I asked him to come and get tested. I thought he was going to come with me this time, but he didn't. He promised me he would get tested, so I'm just gonna bug him until he does. Can he come here to get tested?
Yes, he can. You mentioned that you haven't used condoms with Charles in the past, and I know you're committed to staying healthy and having good information about living with HIV. So I want to tell you that it's important for you to start using them now. It's really important to protect yourself against other sexually transmitted diseases like HIV for 2 reasons. Getting an STD increases the viral load in your sexual fluids and makes it easier for you to pass HIV on to someone else. Also, having an STD makes it harder for your body to fight HIV.
What do you mean increased viral load?
Viral load is the amount of virus in your different body fluids, like semen, blood, vaginal secretions. It's important for anyone with HIV to keep their viral load as low as possible, to remain healthy and to decrease the possibility of passing on HIV to another person. So it's important for your health to keep your viral load as low as possible.
Whoa, I had no idea. I need to tell Charles that too, for my own health. He doesn't like using condoms, but now I'll make sure he does. I want to stay healthy.
You seem motivated to do what you can to take control of your health.
I'm glad I'm learning more about HIV and the things I can do to keep myself healthy. It seems even more important now that I told Charles. I still feel somewhat afraid of telling my mom. She and my girls are all I have. They're there for me. They're my family. What if she puts me and the kids out?
You're concerned for your children's safety. It sounds like you're also concerned you won't get her support. In the past, who have been the people that you can rely on for support?
Just my mom. She's my rock. But there's so much I have to deal with now. I don't think I could take not having my mom there. I just don't know how she will take the news.
And you think she'll turn her back on you if you tell her?
Yeah.
Has there been a time when you told your mother something extremely difficult and got a supportive response that was better than expected?
Yes, she supported me when I was worried that she wouldn't. I feel like this time might be different, but I felt that way before and I've been wrong. She's pretty much always been there for me. I'll try to tell her soon. It's not like I can really get her support if I don't tell her. I've thought a lot about telling my mom, but then either the kids come in and distract me or something else happens.
It sounds like the demands on your time at home make it difficult for you to find time to talk to your mom. Is that right?
Yeah, finding time alone with my mom is hard. I feel like I'm keeping a secret from her and I want to tell her. I'm going to find some time with her so I can tell her.
How have you been successful in the past when you needed time just to have a serious talk with anyone?
I have asked a neighbor or one of my friends to watch the kids for a couple of hours, so I have enough time to talk to my mom without any interruptions. I'm sure I could make that happen.
Sounds like that would work. What do you think?
I believe it will.
Okay. Should we add this strategy to your session plan as a way to achieve your goal of disclosure? Yes?
Okay. Having any writing will definitely help me make sure I do it.
Okay. Another concern we identified was looking at some options for paying for your medical care. Is this something you're ready to do now?
Not today. I need to tell my mom before I go to the doctor. If I start going to the clinic for HIV, something may get back to my friends and family, and I don't want her to find out like that. I want to tell her first.
I can understand how you might be afraid that someone at the clinic might recognize you and tell your family and friends that they saw you there. While medical services are confidential and no one will know your diagnosis unless you tell them, you can't control what other patients might assume your reason for being at the clinic is.
That's right, and people are nosy. I just want to tell my mom first.
Having your mom hear the news is important to you. If you would like to practice the conversation with your mom or need any help preparing, I'm here to help you with that. Let's look at the ARTAS session plan that we completed when we met the first time. As you know, my job is to help you link to medical care, and this guides our work together.
Great. I've already finished one of my objectives by telling Charles, right? So can we check that off?
Yes. You've already made progress by disclosing your status to Charles. You have a plan for how you're going to tell your mom, and we're going to look at some options for how you're going to pay for your medical care. Is that how you remember what we've discussed so far?
Yes, but it's a lot harder than just revealing my status and getting into care. It's really hard because I don't want to be rejected by my family or friends. I do want to get into care, but I don't want my family or friends to find out from anyone else. I worry that Charles might tell other people, but I'm trying not to focus on that.
You're not alone. Lots of people find it difficult to disclose their HIV status to others, but you've taken an important step already by disclosing to Charles. We will continue to discuss your concerns about disclosing to others in our upcoming sessions, since you said you need to do that before linking to medical care.
Okay.
How do you see your ability to have the courage to tell Charles about having HIV?
I was pretty proud that I told Charles I'm HIV positive, even though I didn't know how he'd react. I think that could be added as a strength.
I agree. Disclosing to Charles took strength. It shows me that you are able and ready to stand your ground, not knowing how he would respond, and your ability to take a risk for the ultimate goal of taking care of yourself. I see a similar strength in you returning and participating in our session. Would you agree?
I just thought that was something I had to do. But sure, I guess they are all strengths of mine. Can we add that to my strength list?
Absolutely. Let me write it down as more identified strengths on your strengths assessment form. And just give me 1 second. And while we're doing paperwork, would you like to schedule another visit?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So based on your session plan, what would you like to work on next?
I want to keep working on telling my mom I'm HIV positive with your help. Also, can we talk about how to find a doctor I like and that I can afford? You know, in case I want to see someone later.
We can certainly do that, Sharon. Since getting into medical care is another one of your goals, we can work together to find a medical provider that you feel comfortable with so that when you're ready to make an appointment, we can go ahead and make it happen.
That'd be good to be ready.
Which I imagine is another strength you have in being a good mother that we can use here. We can start by looking at the provider list I gave you last time. Do you still have that list?
Yes, I do, and we'll review it before our next session. Thanks so much, Lisa.
Okay, so thank you for coming today. You're working really hard, Sharon, and it works. I will see you next week, so here's an appointment card. Take care. Bye, Sharon.